What's going on, everybody? I am on my way to the gentleman that I bought some comic books off of. You saw in the last video, he sells comics out of his garage, and he mentioned that he's all about trading. So I have 3 long boxes and a short box behind me in my back seat of the Jeep here, and I'm hoping to do a nice little trade. I'm actually really excited. I haven't done any kind of trading in quite a while. And these are all books that have been sitting around, stuff that I'm not attached to. These are books that I sell at my, when I go to the flea market or when I do those small conventions. So these are all books that I don't want for my own personal collection. That's all stuff that I had up for sale. And there's a lot of run filler and random stuff that I am more than happy to unload, especially as a trade. Because he had some pretty cool books that I was interested in, a lot of Bronze Age horror, some Silver Age stuff, that he was not attached to, that he wanted to get rid of. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we make a nice little deal today. I'll try to get some footage while I'm over at his house. I'm on my way. I'm stuck in traffic, moving slow. I'm only 5 minutes from his house, but it's taking way too long. Hopefully, I'll get there soon. But stay tuned. I'm going to, try to make a deal and see what kind of trades we can make. And I'll definitely show everything that I pick up at the end of the video. All right, let's see what happens. Stay tuned. All right, so we're back at John's garage. He had all his comics laid out, all his long boxes full of his $1 and $2 books. He also had his books in the back, which I think I was going to focus on some of the better books that he had. He had his $10 books, his $5 books, his 3 for $10 Spideys. I took a quick peek to see if I missed anything last time. He had some cool books in here. I was just kind of looking through. These Indiana Jones books are cool. There was some good stuff in there, but he had some Bronze Age books that I really wanted to focus on. He had some Bronze Age horror that I had my eye on, some books that I needed for my collection, and, just some books that I wanted. And I'm so happy to be able to trade books that I don't want for books that, I enjoy and that I want in my collection. So he had his Bronze Age horror stuff here, and I saw a couple cool Marvel ones like this Tomb of Darkness, a few books that I really wanted. So let's see what we trade for. All right, so I'm back home now, and I have a nice little stack of books that I got in the trade with John the Comic Guy. So I ended up trading him quite a few books, but most of those books were all bulk, run filler, books that I was selling very inexpensively, very cheap books. I didn't have a lot of money into them, and I got some really cool books that I want for my personal collection. So I think this trade was very fair for both of us. He was happy, and now I'm happy as well. So before we get to the books, I'm just going to tell you how the trade went. So I did bring 3 long boxes. One of them was completely bulk. Just books that I was blowing out at the flea markets and yard sales and stuff that I do. Selling them for $5 for $1. So I was selling them for 20 cents a piece. And honestly, I didn't have much money into those books at all. There was probably around 200 books. It was a little less than a full long box. But I probably only had maybe $10 or $15 into that entire long box of books. So, not much at all. I'm more than happy to get rid of them because they weren't selling at the flea market. They were just run filler bulk books that really nobody wanted. But John, he does this garage sale all the time. He has a big list of, clientele and people that he sells to. So I'm sure that he can move these books much faster and easier than I could. So I ended up trading him that long box, a little less than a long box full of that bulk. And then I traded him, I think 5 or 6 other books from the little box of better books that I brought. One was a Amazing Spider-Man. I'm trying to remember what issue it was, but honestly, I had it priced for $20. It was a Bronze Age Spider-Man, and I had it for sale for $20, but I actually had no money into it. I got it for free. So not too bad. So that's no money into that book. There was a Spider-Man or Spider-Man 2099. I think I had like $5, maybe $10 into the book. Also a Plastic Man #1 Silver Age book, which was really cool, but it was very low grade. I think I had like $10 into that book. What else? There was a Amazing Spider-Man, the one with Spider-Man and Moon Knight. It was also kind of low grade. I might have had $5 or $10 into that book. There was a Swamp Thing #2, which I probably had about only $5 into, and I think that was it. So he got a couple books plus that long box. So he traded me 13 books here. He had these all priced to sell for $10 a piece. So he could have made $130 selling these books individually. I'm not sure what he had into it, but I'm sure if he's anything like me, he probably had much less than $130 in these books. So he was really happy to do the trade, and I'm extremely happy to get all these awesome books now for my collection. So I think it was a great deal for both of us. So without further ado, let's just go and check out everything that I picked up from John. Really excited. A lot of great Bronze Age horror stuff. First one here is Astonishing Tales #21 featuring It. Really cool book. It's actually in decent shape, not too bad at all. Great cover. I'm working really hard on finishing this Astonishing Tales run. I'm getting pretty close. I have most of the books in the run. I'm only missing maybe 5 or 6 books, maybe less. So really happy to pick this one up because I needed it for my collection. Issue #21. I also got Astonishing Tales issue #22 featuring It. Another one that I needed for the run. And this one's in decent shape too. I mean, most of these are like mid-grade books, but they look pretty good. So issue #22, another cool It book. I also got Beware, the Monsters Are Coming, issue #3. Really cool cover. I love the artwork on this Bronze Age horror books. I'm a big fan of the Marvel Bronze Age horror. I like the DC stuff too, but something about the art on the Marvel books is just really stands out. So issue #3 of Beware, really nice. I got Creatures on the Loose, issue #20. Another run that I'm trying to complete. I'm getting close to finishing this one as well, but I did need issue #20. It's got a great cover. It's in a nice grade, and I'm happy to get this one for my collection. Issue #20. I got Crypt of Shadows #14. Love this like Egyptian Sphinx cover. Really, really cool. This one looks pretty good as well as far as condition goes. And, just a book I needed. I didn't have this one. I have a bunch of these in the Crypt of Shadows run, but I needed 14, so happy to grab that one. You might have seen this in the video footage before. Tomb of Darkness #15. Pretty cool cover. I love the red and yellow. It always pops really well. So Tomb of Darkness #15, and this one's in really nice condition as well. Tomb of Darkness issue 21. Really cool book here. Really great cover. Nice condition. Happy to add this one to the collection. Really cool cover. Look at that. Crazy looking. Awesome. Vault of Evil #2. Amazing cover with the Grim Reaper. Nice condition. Really good looking book. And #2 in the series, so very cool. These are all different, Bronze Age horror runs that I collect. Tomb of Darkness, Vault of Evil, really cool. I got issue #10, great cover, nice looking book, good condition. We got Vault of Evil #13, just another one that I needed. Really excited about all these Bronze Age horror books. Another series that I love, Where Monsters Dwell. This is issue #19, featuring the Insect Man. How cool is that? Really, really cool cover there. And really nice, kind of a higher mid-grade looking book. Great colors on there. Where Monsters Dwell #20. You know what? Now that I think about it, I might actually already have this one because I remember talking about this in a video with like the robots, the aliens, and then the soldiers. It's like a mix between sci-fi, horror, and war.
I might already have this one in my collection, but honestly, this might be an upgrade. This is a nice looking book. Not too bad at all. And, oh, we're getting to the last book. This last one is not a Bronze Age horror book, but it is a very cool Bronze Age key. It's not the biggest key, but it's a #1 issue. And right now, I'm on this kick of collecting not every, but all of the majority of the ones that I enjoy, at least, Bronze Age #1 issues, mainly Marvel stuff. So let's see what we got. We got Omega the Unknown, issue #1. It's kind of a mid-grade copy. It's got some staining. It's got a little chipping going on. But I didn't have this one in my collection. I've been picking up a lot of #1 issues, Bronze Age stuff. I just recently got that Iron Fist #1, and, I have a handful of other books in my collection. But I didn't have the Omega the Unknown. It's not everybody's favorite series, but still, I saw it. He had it priced at $10, and it was, we made it work in the deal. So really cool. Excited to add this one to my collection. So, we got a nice little Bronze Age #1, and then we got all these really cool Bronze Age Marvel horror books that, I needed for my collection, and I'm just so ecstatic to add these to my horror collection. As you know, if you've seen any of my videos, I'm a huge horror fan, especially this Marvel Bronze Age stuff. I really do enjoy Golden Age pre-code horror, of course, amazing art, classic stuff, but it gets really expensive collecting those kind of books. So, these Bronze Age horror books are getting very popular as well. They're getting hard to find. So I'm excited to add some more to my collection. So that is my trade with John the Comic Guy. Let me know down in the comments, what do you think about the trade? I traded him quite a few comics, almost an entire long box, plus, I think, 5 or 6, minor keys. But, they were all kind of low grade. The long box was full of bulk stuff that I probably would have ended up just donating to my local comic book shop. So, and I didn't have a lot of money into those books. So I think it was a win-win for me and for John. He was happy, I'm happy, and I think this was so much fun doing a trade. I haven't done a comic book trade in quite a long time, and it was very, very fun. And it's always great hanging out with John. He's, such a friendly guy. We had another, hour or two of great conversations, and I hung out at his house. We did the trade. We talked. I didn't get much footage, while I was at his house because we just got lost in conversation. So, all right, that's the video for today. Let me know down in the comments, what do you think about my trade? And I hope you enjoyed today's video. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell, and as always, folks, I'll see you on the next one.